Hello, my fearless family. How is everyone doing today? Welcome to all my new subscribers. Again, I'm super excited that you guys decided to subscribe to my channel where I talk business credit, personal credit, business funding, and side hustles and gigs, just all things finance. Welcome back to all of my OGs, people that's been around for a good while. Thank you so much for just subscribing and being part of the fearless family. Okay, so the title of this video, did you read the title of this video? BlockFi. I apologize for the interruptions, you guys. I am not about to re-record that. There was someone to come and work on my home. I have to have some things done, and he was just calling. So anyway, the title of the video is BlockFi file bankruptcy. But not only did they file bankruptcy, you guys, they closed these accounts. So I haven't seen any YouTubers do any videos on this. You guys, this just happened about 2 days ago. And let me tell you how I found out. I have like alerts set on my credit profiles from all three bureaus. And it wasn't yesterday, it was the day before yesterday, and today is Thursday. So I received a notification Tuesday evening stating that an account was recently closed from TransUnion. And so I went and logged into my TransUnion account, my profile, my credit file, and it said that BlockFi account was closed. And I'm like, what? Now, you guys, I was very aware of the bankruptcy. So they waited to after Thanksgiving. They actually filed Chapter 11 November 28th, 2022. They emailed all of their customers to let them know that it's a freeze on your account. Now, I cashed in all of my crypto all of my Bitcoin around September when it was, I think it was like $26,000 per coin. I cashed it in with profit because I seen that it was dropping. You know, if you study the stock market and you follow a lot of different people that give you useful information. Not everyone that trade and invest give out good information. So you just have to sift through all of the noise and find some people that really teach and are passionate and do what they teach. Okay, so I'm the type of person, I do what I teach. Okay, so I'm not just making videos on credit card companies or companies that I have not did a little research on, or I have not done business with them. So because I did a video on this card, I have to now come and do an updated video on this company. I did have a gentleman that left a comment that he keep getting denied. I will put this video under your comment so you can look and see that it was a good thing that they did not approve you, because I was approved for this card in June. After doing some further research, I found out that they actually were in a financial bind in June of 22. So why would you offer credit cards to people knowing that you were already strapped for cash? Now, why did BlockFi have to file bankruptcy or Chapter 11? Because they were getting funds from FTX. And if anyone has been following crypto, or you purchase crypto, you know that FTX was like one of the biggest platforms for buying and selling and trading and investing crypto. And they pretty much have crashed. Like, this company is in, I believe, over $30 billion in debt, and they're in litigations now. A lot of people that purchased crypto had accounts with them. Accounts have been frozen. Now, I'm not the type of person that carry a balance. So when my account was closed, I had a zero balance. Okay. But I did use the card once. I believe I used it to maybe pay a bill, a utility bill or something like that. And I did receive the rewards. I think when I logged into my account, because you guys, if you stay tuned to this video, stay tuned into this video, I will do a voiceover showing you my account. I will show you the email that I received, and just show you what it looked like if everything is still available, because like I said, this happened Tuesday, December, I'm looking at my calendar, December 5th. Okay. I don't have my glasses on. So that's when that's when my account was closed. But like I said, November 28th, I received an email telling me that they filed Chapter 11, which I'm sure it triggered everyone to go over to the website. And at that time, I was like, well, let me see if my credit card account is still open, right? And it was still open, so I was thinking, okay, everything is fine. I had no reason to use the card. I have a, if you follow my channel and you've been, you over here, then you know I have tons of credit cards, and I have 2 different businesses, so I have credit cards for both my businesses and plenty of credit cards for my personal. So this is just not a card that I use for everyday purchase, right? I got it because I wanted a crypto card and or a blockchain card. So I thought it was pretty neat and I wanted to get the card. I did notice that when I applied for the card back in June, it may have been May. You guys, I've done a lot of traveling this year, so bear with me. This card probably was delivered to my primary address and I just hadn't got it yet. So it took them like 3 weeks to approve me because they had to verify some personal information. So my account stayed in limbo. I was approved, but then they needed to verify I had to upload like my ID and, it was some other information. I'm not really sure. I don't remember. And then they approved me. They sent me a congratulations. You were approved for the card. I'm not really sure. I believe they pull from Equifax. No. They pull from Experian. And they actually only was reporting. No, they were reporting for all 3 credit bureaus. I'm trying to keep everything straight because this is just not a card that I was using very often. Like I said, I believe I used it once or twice for small purchases. I never went over $200 on this card. And I paid it off before the statement balance, so it didn't even accumulate any interest. So I was thinking maybe that's what it is because I don't really use the card. So I called in yesterday and I spoke with someone. She answered the phone and she was really confused. So I said, well, I'm aware of the bankruptcy. I get that, or the chapter 11, excuse me, chapter 11. But what does that have to do with the card? Because usually cards are funded through banks, banking institutions that can, excuse me, you guys, I was going to pause the camera, but I can clear my throat. And so usually they're funded through banks. So this is just like a private label card, right? Because a bank actually funded them. And she said, I'm with Deserve. And I said, okay. Deserve just answered the customer service part of BlockFi. The bank that funded this is Evolve, which is on the card. And I said, well, okay. If the bank funded this card and I'm doing business directly with the bank and this is just a private label card for BlockFi, why would you close my account? And she said, well, let me put you on hold. Again, you would think companies would have already sent a memo out to their customer service because I'm sure I'm not the only one that account was closed, right? So they should have already had a script ready for us. And so, excuse me. And so She put me on hold and she was like, well, this is what happened and it's due to the fact that they filed bankruptcy, Chapter 11. I said, okay. And she said, well, did you not receive an email? I said, yes, I received an email, but the email stated that BlockFi, she said that the email I said, yes, the email stated that BlockFi filed Chapter 11. Nothing about the card. Maybe I didn't read the email in its entirety. She said, well, I can have another one sent out to you. I said, please do. Please, because um, I didn't get the memo that these cards would be closing. It's just, it was abrupt, and which I think is really bad business. Um, moving forward, I'm just going to stick with big banks that's been around for years, that is that know about, credit and the banking system, and can afford to lend money or extend credit to people. um this is sounding like X1 card or 1X or whatever. They're chopping people's lines of credit, and I will do a video on that. My problem is that it is going to affect my credit, because not the utilization, because I have enough credit, personal credit, that, and I don't carry any balances. I only try to keep my utilization at about 4 to 5%, because you don't want to have 0%, but then you don't want to have a high utilization. So credit is like a science to it. It's a juggling act. You have to make sure that you're not using too much credit, but then you want to make sure that you're using enough of it to keep your credit score in an excellent category, right? So I always try to keep my utilization at between 5 and 6% every month. Some people keep theirs at about 10. I like 5 to 6. That's when my credit score seemed to be the happiest. But again, what I'm upset about is that the inquiry will stay on my credit is longer than I actually had the account. So everybody that wasn't approved, you should high five yourself and say thank you. You dodged a big mess. Because it's going to affect some people's credit. I know some people got 20K from this company, 15K. Like they extended large amounts of credit. And imagine for the people that have balances that thought that they may have time to pay them off. Now it's going to show on their credit that this account is closed with the balance due. And if you had a 20K card and you decided to use at least 50% of your available credit, now you instantly owe in Evolve Bank 10K. And since the account is closed, they want all of their money. Like, I'm sure they do. And it's going to show up on your credit as closed account, but then they closed it with a balance. Like, so, and I know this is personal, and some people may not even want to talk about it, but let's open the door for conversation. If you have this card and you carried a balance, what is it showing on your credit report? Thank goodness that I carry balances, I do, but it's just not on cards like this. It's 0% interest cards. I do carry a balance. I'm currently carrying a balance on my Wells Fargo active card, and that's because I'm still in my 0% APR. I think I have a little small balance on one of my Navy Fed cards. And that's it. That's only two companies that I'm actually carrying balances on. So, okay, so I accidentally hit my camera. Okay, so now I'm just going to show I'm going to do a voiceover to show you my account and show you the email. And like I said, if you have this card, you found my video because of the title, because I haven't heard any YouTubers talking about the bankruptcy or the chapter the chapter 11. um let's start a conversation. Share this video, talk about it. um the credit world, the finance world is we're going into a shift, you guys. um and you can see it. You can see it at the end of the year. Every company is going to be affected by this in 2023. And I hope Gemini is not next. I don't have a balance with them. But yeah, back to my Bitcoin. I was holding Bitcoin. I've always purchased Bitcoin because I trade. Let me make sure I say this right so my words won't get twisted, because people hear what they want to hear sometimes. So prior to this year or now, I always traded the bulk of my trades through unregulated brokers. Okay, so that would be TraderView, Hugo. I never trade with Hugo, but these are companies that are unregulated. Okay, which means in order to fund them, you would have to fund your account through crypto, preferably Bitcoin, right? So how do you do that? You go through Coinbase, you go through Gemini, you go through FTX, you go through BlockFi, all of these companies that buy, sell, and trade crypto. Okay? Coinbase used to be the biggest one. And this year, Coinbase started to hold your money for so long before you could transfer it out. So back in 2021 and prior, you used to be able to buy crypto, and then as soon as it hit your Coinbase account, you could then send it over to your broker account and start trading with it, right? But because of so much, I'm assuming it's a lot of, fraud or whatever going on with crypto, Coinbase was making you hold it for, I think, maybe a month or so. So all of them got like that this year. Like, you can't purchase crypto and then within 20 to 30 minutes of it hitting your account, transfer it to a different account. No, it has to clear the bank and everything has to settle before you could send the money or send the crypto, right? So I used to trade with unregulated brokers. Most Forex traders do. So that was the purpose of me creating a BlockFi account and a Gemini account. It just so happened that they offer credit cards, and I know that I have a good enough credit profile to have qualified for both cards. So that's the only reason why I actually apply for the card, is so I can use the card and get rewards in crypto, and then I can always use their platform to cash out of my Forex accounts and then move that money to my bank account. Okay, and I apologize that this video is long. I just want to make sure I'm saying everything that I want to say. Okay, so that's the reason why I deal with crypto, is because most unregulated brokers, the way to fund the account is through crypto. In October, I still trade, you guys. I mentioned I option trade. I'm learning options trading. Um, I have investments. I still forex, except I'm doing it with regulated brokers now. I really like Thinkorswim, TD Ameritrade. I do. I just recently, about 3 days ago, started an E-Trade account. So I'm only going to do business with regulated brokers for this very reason, right here. Ooh, excuse me, because of this. Um, FTX. How is BlockFi affected through FTX? Because they loaned. BlockFi was getting in financial hardship in June, like I mentioned before. So they actually funded BlockFi some money, loaned it to them. Kind of like, we'll help you stay in business. We got your back. But then once FTX filed for bankruptcy and now has all this criminal stuff going on, that hurt BlockFi because they no longer have the funding. And yeah, yeah. So you can't even withdraw any of your crypto from them. It's like stuck in limbo. So people that have large amounts of crypto sitting in any one of those accounts, that's not good. But yeah, I cashed out my crypto when it was at $26 a coin, which was this summerish, I think around August, September. Like I said, you guys bear with me because I've been on the move all year, just traveling. But I do remember, and it was sitting in Gemini. I decided to just cash out because I was using it to trade. So I would withdraw money from my trading account and let it sit in Gemini, and maybe let it sit to see if Bitcoin hit a high peak. And if it hit a high peak, now I've made extra money off of my forex money, and then I cash out. So once I seen that Bitcoin was in trouble and it was teetering between $26,000 and 23,000, I waited till it hit a peak one day at 26, and I just cashed out of all of my Bitcoin. Today, Bitcoin is only worth $16,000 a coin. It's a lot of people took a hit, especially the ones that hold their crypto long. I currently only have Dogecoin, and it's on Robinhood, and I didn't invest that much, so it really doesn't make me a difference how long it take for Dogecoin to go up. It could take another 5-10 years before Dogecoin is even at a Bitcoin price. But when it do, for all the ones that buy it at like 10 cent, 20 cent a coin are going to be instant millionaires. So, but investments, it's all about, in some investments it's about long term, you guys. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. I know this was really long-winded, but this is for my investors. This is for my people that are really big on forex options, binary options, long-term investments, retirement. My phone is just really busy this morning. I apologize. Again, I'm not going to edit this, but I'm about to do the voiceover right now. So just stay tuned.
Okay, so I am back, or this is the voiceover, you guys. The first video concerning this situation was sent out November 14th. Now, I was aware of FTX filing bankruptcy, or they having issues, but this email it stated that their association with them is going to cause them to be in some type of financial trouble. Now, they decided November 28th to again file for Chapter 11. But in this email, it says, "We know the past few days have been incredibly difficult for you. We are deeply saddened to see the devastation that is cascading across an industry that we all love and believe in, touching the lives of so many people. Our top priority remains doing the best we can for our clients. After everything we have accomplished this summer to protect BlockFi. See, this summer they actually merged or started doing business with FTX. And FTX was trying to save BlockFi because they were already going under. And if you ask me, I think they should have just went ahead and filed Chapter 13 then. It's like FTX knew that they were in financial trouble, but they kept doing business with other entities. Now, last week's news regarding FTX was unexpected for us at BlockFi. A lot of people didn't know. And for so many others, we are working around the clock to evaluate all our available options. Where do things stand today? We determined late last week that in the current environment we can no longer operate our business as usual, given that FTX and its affiliates are now in bankruptcy. The most prudent decision for us in the interest of our clients is to continue to pause many of our platform's activities for now. Again, I don't know. I'm opening up my comments, and I'm opening up a conversation for those that actually have crypto with these companies. Like, are they holding your crypto? Or are you able to make withdrawals? Like, what happened in this situation? And for the ones that actually have balances on your BlockFi card, I'm just going to go ahead and go over to my account. This is crypto that was from rewards. See, total rewards paid. Now, I know I can't cash that out, and I'm not interested. And look at the price of Bitcoin. I wouldn't buy Bitcoin right now. I wouldn't. Now, I do, like I mentioned earlier, I do have some Dogecoin sitting in Robinhood. I didn't invest very much. I think I invested maybe $50 back when Dogecoin start hitting its peak at about 70-80 cents. I think is when I got in. It probably went higher than that, but that's when I got in, and I will hold it because $50 I can afford to sit on that. But this is real bad. This is really, really bad. So I'm just going to go ahead and go into my credit account. Let's see. Accounts, card. I'm going to go to freeze my card because at the time that my purchasing privileges were removed, my card was frozen. And so the account is just kind of froze right there. If I click here, it tell me there was an issue processing your request. Please try again or contact support directly. And that's when I called support and was told what was going on. You guys, I did not get that email. It was sent out. It was actually sent out on the 14th at the same time this one was sent out. The purchasing privilege card from Evolve Bank and Trust was sent out before this one was sent out. And yeah. And it says the rumors that a majority of BlockFi assets is custodial, or that's what it means, custodial, at FTX are false. That said, we do have a significant exposure to FTX and associated corporate entities that encompasses obligation owed to us. Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, I cashed out my Bitcoin when it was at 26 $26,000 a coin, and that was around September-ish, if I'm not mistaken. And I wasn't holding it at BlockFi, I was holding it in Gemini. So I just seen that I had a feeling that Bitcoin was gonna drop, and I didn't want to take the chance, so I just cashed out. But yeah, and then on the 28th, right after Thanksgiving, we received this. It says that BlockFi today voluntarily filed a petition for Chapter 11 reorganization. We will be able to find official. You will be able to find, the official announcement here. And it popped up when I logged into my account. Um, the actions follows the shocking events surrounding FTX and associated corporate entities, FTX, and the difficult but necessary decision we made as a result to pause most activity on the platform. So when they say pause most activities, you guys, does that mean that it's a lot of people that can't cash out? Like, wow. That would be devastating because people trade crypto for a living. I don't. Like I said in the video earlier, I was only buying crypto to fund my unregulated Forex accounts. And then when you cash out of, when you cash out or you tell your broker, hey, I want to withdraw, 20, I think the most I've withdrawn at a time is like 20K from my Forex account. Other than that, it was always small amounts, like 2,000, 3,000. I would have to send it to my Coinbase or Gemini. I never really sent any crypto to BlockFi. But if I had sent it there and let it sit, because sometimes I will let it sit to see if I can cash it out when Bitcoin, do a spike, so I can go ahead and make more money off of what I already have in there, if you understand what I'm saying. So I wouldn't immediately send it to my bank account. I would send it to whatever crypto platform that's buy, sell, and trade, and I would let it sit. And then once it hit a peak, I would cash out on my crypto to make more money off the money that I had sent from my Forex account. So for the people that was moving money through their platform, unaware of what was going on, did their money get stuck in limbo during this process? And if so, what's going to happen to their money? And now that crypto has took it's bearish. It has took a nosedive by 10 grand. Like just 2 months ago, it was worth 26K, and now it's only worth 16. It's crazy. So, okay, you guys, I didn't want to make this video really, really long. I just wanted to open up the conversation because I haven't heard anybody talking about it. And I know it was a lot of people applying for this BlockFi card. We just don't want to talk about when we win. Like every time I trade in Forex, you guys, I do not win. I lose some trades. It's just knowing how and when to get out of a trade. Like, how can you stomach this? You don't know. And I'll talk about that. If you guys want me to do more videos on Forex trading, every trade I do not lose. But the name of the game is live to trade another day. So know when to get out, cut your losses, and then, regroup, use your technical analysis, use your skills that you have acquired, and go back in the next day, right? So, again, I'm just going to go back to the rest of the video.
Okay, you guys, so I'm back from the voiceover. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Like this video, comment, share, all of that good stuff. Until next time, I will see you later, and stay fearless. Bye.